Good day to you viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange for British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. Today we've got some readings from books from the Dominion Famous Authors in Readings from Their Own Works series. Now, this is a sample album, so I've got to turn it over because it's been misprinted. Most of. First one in the set is Ian Hay, Major John Hay, Beith, C.B.E, MC, and he's reading from his work, here we go, Dominion number B1, My People, from the Lighter Side of School Life. Now, I've not heard of him. I think he has one of those, well, he's one of those 20s writers, authors, that sort of thing, and has completely vanished, but here we go.
The birthday. Correspondence addressed to Master E. Bumpley, Greenwich School. First letter. My dear Egbert, your mother informs me that tomorrow, the 7th instant, is your 15th birthday. I therefore take this opportunity of combining my customary greetings with a few observations on your half-term report, which has just reached us. It is a most deplorable document. With the exception of your health, which is described as excellent, and your violin playing, which I note is most energetic, I can find no cause for congratulation or even satisfaction in your record for the past half-term. Indeed, were it not for the deep-seated conspiracy of which you have so frequently and so earnestly warned me, existent among the masters at your school, to deprive you of your just marks and so prevent you from taking your rightful place at the head of the form, I should almost suspect you of idling. I enclose 10 shillings as a birthday gift. If you could contrive during the next half-term to overcome the unfortunate prejudice with which the Greenwich staff appears to be inspired against you, I might see my way to doing something rather more handsome at Christmas. Your affectionate father, John Henry Bumpley. Reply. My dear father, thanks awfully for the 10 bob. Yes, it is most deplorable, as you say, about my report. I feel it very much. It is a rum thing that I should have come out bottom, for I've been working fearfully hard lately. I expect a mistake has been made in adding up the marks. You see, they're all sent in to the form master at half-term, and he, being a capital man, naturally can't do mathematics a bit. So he adds up the marks all anyhow, and practically anybody comes out top. It is very disheartening. I think it would be better if I went on the modern side next term. The masters there are just as ignorant and unfair as on the classical, but they do know something about adding up marks. So if I went, I might get justice done with. I must now stop, as I have several hours more prep to do, and I want to ask for leave to work on after bedtime. Your affectionate son, E. Bumpley. Second letter. My dearest boy, very many happy returns of your birthday. All the others send their best love. I fear your father is not quite pleased with your half-term report. It seems a pity you cannot get higher up in your form, but I'm sure you try, my boy. I don't think father makes quite enough allowance for your health. With your weak digestion, long hours of sedentary work must be very trying at times. I enclose 10 shillings and will send you the almond cake and potted lobster you asked for. Your affectionate mother, Martha Bumpley.
Right on to the other side, viewers. It's exciting so far, isn't it?
Egbert replies to his mother's letter. Dear Mum, thanks ever so much for the 10 bob. Also the lobster and cake, which are A1. Yes, the governor wrote to me about my report. Rather a harsh letter, I thought. Still, we must make allowances for him. When he was young, education was a very simple matter. Now it is the limit. My digestion is all right, thanks, but my head aches terribly towards the end of a long day of 7 or 8 hours' work. Don't mention this to the governor, as it might worry him. I shall work on to the end, but if the strain gets too much, it might be a sound plan for me to go on the modern side next term. I must now stop, as the prayer bell is ringing. Your affectionate son, E. Bumpley. Third letter. Dear Egster, well, old sport, how goes it? Just remembered it's your birthday, so send you ninepence in stamps. All I have but twopence. How is your mangy school? wait till our 15 plays you on the 18th. What ho! Your affectionate brother, J. Bumpy. P.S. Just had a letter from the governor about my half-term report. He seems in a fairly rotten state. Reply. Dear Moppy, thanks awfully for the ninepence. I am about broke, owing to my half-term report coinciding with my birthday. Putrid luck, I call it. Still, Aunt Deborah hasn't weighed in yet. She usually comes down handsome. All right, send along your bandy-legged 15, and we'll return them to you knock-knee. I must stop now, as they're going to rag a man for wearing a dicky. Your affectionate brother, E. Bumpy. Fourth letter. My dear nephew, another year has gone by, and once more I am reminded that my little godson is growing up to man's estate. Your 15th birthday, and I remember when you were only a tiny... Here Master Egbert skips 3 sheets and comes to the last page of the letter. I am sending you a birthday present, something of greater value than usual. It is a handsome and costly edition of 40 Years of Missionary Endeavour in Eastern Polynesia, recently published. The author has actually signed his name upon the fly-leaf for it. Think of that. I hope you are well and pursuing your studies diligently. Your affectionate Aunt, Deborah Sitwell. Reply. Dear Aunt Deborah, thank you very much for so kindly remembering my birthday. The book has just arrived, and I shall always look upon it as one of my most valued possessions. I will read it constantly, whenever I have time, in fact. But really, after being in school hard at work for 10 or 12 hours a day, one is more inclined for bed than books, even one on such an absorbing subject as this. I am much interested in missionary endeavors, and help them every way I can. We are having a sermon on the subject next Sunday. There is to be a collection, and I should like to make a special effort. Your affectionate nephew, E. Bumpy. Extract from Library Catalogue of Greenwich School next day. 40 Years of Missionary Endeavour in Eastern Polynesia, presented by E. Bumpy.
Do you know, viewers, there was actually 1 or 2 almost amusing jokes there. Wasn't the surface awful? That record is in mint condition, but there's far too much crackle. And can you imagine any boy today up at school writing letters of that sort, except from a public school, of course? Thank you, viewers, and goodbye.